check. Welcome to the Mystic Village. Twink. Welcome, we got Sister Diane, Sherry, None Your Business is here. Senor Strings, welcome. Just getting started. Came from the gym, ate some protein, finding my balance, live stream balance. I hope you had a good day so far. Welcome. Let me get the chat on screen to work properly. Today we're gonna stream not too long actually, 3.5 hours, which should seem like a tiny little sliver of time. I'll stream till 3 a.m. today, so not too long. Because I have to go somewhere tomorrow morning. That's why. Tomorrow I would say afternoon. So. What message did you send? You can say it right here. Let's see here. Welcome, Sakutaros. Let's see here. Yeah. Oh yeah, your tooth, you mean? I prefer messages in the live stream, not privately, because I'm already streaming 10 hours. You know what I mean? Like, I'm actually here. Welcome. Elamin. He says food is actually what kills us and a path to immortality. I mean, that's one theory. Yeah. There's some, everyone has their scientific evidence. But what can you actually do about it to contribute to the solution? Right? Education is one thing. Well, what happens if people don't listen? Get better at the message. Or what? Most people, they do what? Write another book. Like, we don't need another book. We need leaders and community creators that actually solve the solution. Right? And welcome. That's what we're doing here, right? People can complain to me about how bad the world is, how bad the food is, how bad the government is, how bad their family is, and still no solution. So the solution, feel love together, right? Generate love together, breathe love together, smile with love, think with love, and it heals us. It reverses the illnesses. But scientists will just stay in the lab all day until they actually decide to bring it out and be effective. That's why I don't follow the scientific method too much. Because why? There's a ton of research on so many solutions, but to actually put the solution and add it into the collective is difficult. But they just write another effing book and then keep complaining about how bad it is. But, you have to be willing to build community. Bob Marley says what? How long shall they kill our prophets? We got to fulfill the book, right? All these prophets doing their part, but if we all just be the prophet, be the messenger of peace and love, we fulfill the book rather than write another effing book. I learned that earlier on. I was like, man, how many books does Deepak Chopra go and write? He's on number 89. I'm like, bro, are you selling book? Are you helping people or selling books? Let me Google that real quick. How many books have Deepak Chopra written? How many books have Deepak Chopra written? More than 80 books. More than, okay. That's when I'm like, something's off about what, how come all these teachers? One more seminar, one more book, no result still. Another church open, another temple open. No result still, just selling talking point. Just to get the donation in the box, but no miracle happening. But if a miracle happening, what happens? Something infiltrates it, say, that's a false prophet and charlatan. So you don't really know what is the truth, because the people in power are always trying to control the narrative to maintain the cha-ching, Right, we have the power of social media. Well, why isn't everyone learning about peace and love? But instead, we're more concerned about the next TikTok dance. The Macarena 10.0. Because we like to be entertained and not, enlightenment is not healthy for systems, right? More bread and circus. But that's why when you walk the spiritual path, you can be too radical that people look at you like, man, you talking crazy again. So that's why you have to learn to be graceful with the delivery. You have to learn to be relatable when you're engaging in these kind of talks, or else it's a Debbie Downer to people. They don't want to hear about all this stuff. So you have to learn how to have charisma, delivery, and stay pure at the same time, You are on my FY. Yeah, but I'm grateful to be on the For You page. It takes so much. It took me 6 years to get anything like that. To get to the For You page. Most people would have quit already. 6 years. Well, it took me longer than 6 years, right? But from me deciding to be a spiritual influencer and leader and practitioner, I was just helping people around me first. I just helped one person. I saw their life transform, their eyes from sadness to bright. I was like, Yo, shoot, what up? Well, let me try to help one more. She quit smoking the crystal. She got a job as an X-ray technician. I'm like, what the? Okay, let me help another one. And then it just never stopped from there. Yeah. But I did debate a lot of religious people. I debated a lot of spiritual people. I don't do that anymore because debating oftentimes doesn't lead to happiness. It's like right and wrong doesn't lead to happiness all the time. Like winning a talking point doesn't always lead to genuine happiness. Sometimes it does, though. If there's action involved after debate. Winning debate is good for TV, you know. It's good for social media. Right. That's why people come here, they love to debate, because that's what they see on here. God's not real, prove me wrong. Islam is the only way. Prove me wrong. I'm surprised I don't hear you talk about Nelson Mandela. Well, because he wasn't one of my spiritual inspirations. I mean, I know this about him. But also, when you realize, when you look deeper, there's a lot of politics involved, right? I'm very selective of who I talk about. Because you can be used by political forces as a positive figure because it looks good. Change. And it's just controlling the narrative. But anyways, I like results. I like results that I can practice today. That's what I love. One love. Now. We talk about good works that people do, but what can we learn from what they talked about today? That's why I look up to the Buddha and Jesus, because you can apply the teaching now at this moment without having to read more. It's called wisdom, right? It just makes sense. You apply it today, your life transforms, which is dope. Welcome, Michael. But of course, there's no perfect teacher, right? Even the Buddha abandoned his own, his own kingdom, children and wife to seek the spiritual truth. That's why we don't need to be like Bob Marley is far from perfect, right? He has how many baby mamas? Let's just be real. 8? How many children did they got? Tons. I don't look up to Bob Marley for that reason. He's a great messenger of the music. Some people will say Jesus lived a perfect life. Yeah. But I didn't really, explore too much. Because I noticed that some texts have 30 people's hand involved in writing it. So you don't really know, is it really true? And whenever it gets translated, the translation can even change the original meaning. So you end up never, right? That telephone game, there's so many hands involved, it can lose it. And a lot of it is about what? Systems love to control the narrative. They don't really want you to know what, the core truth, because it's not always beneficial, right? Controlling the truth is more beneficial to systems and kingdoms. Yeah. That's why I love the concept of one love. Love is now. You don't need to read a book for that. Love is within. You can just close your eyes, breathe, let go of your mind, and just say thank you for my life and feel it. It's not like controversial, but when you get religion and politics involved, it gets messy. The imperfection is what makes us perfect, because there's no one like you. The imperfection that everyone has makes us so perfect because you are one of a kind. That's the beauty of the imperfection, right? And it's humble. Because when you say one person is perfect, what happens? Ego. Because the person that they call perfect would never say, I am perfect. But who would? People who don't get the inner kingdom will worship the people who embrace and embody it and put them on a pedestal because they don't get it. Do you believe Jesus died for all of humanity? I believe Jesus is a great mystical teacher. And I respect that Christians believe that Jesus died for all humanity. Shout out to Christians, because that's what makes them happy. But somebody could say the same thing about Muhammad or Buddha. So who's right? People fight over that. Who's right? Instead of practice love together. That's the issue. Would the Buddha want, right? Would Jesus want us to fight each other for who's right and wrong? But people do it every day. You see how that makes sense? That's why I choose a spiritual path, because it makes sense. Oftentimes, the religious path requires you to submit to the narrative. And if you don't, you're an outcast now. You're the black sheep now. You're different. And that's what I felt walking the spiritual path, right? The Buddhists, my own mother didn't accept what I was practicing. Christians didn't accept what I was practicing because I just practiced love without needing religion. So I was like, I can't just practice pure love without needing religion. That's what made me kept walking this path, because why can't we just love because of love? You can, but the ego likes to control. No. What kind of love? Has your love been saved though? Have you paid homage to the Buddha, the Dharma, or the Sangha? Have you talked to your guru? Is this the right way for you, or right? It just right. Yeah. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free your mind. Have no fear for atomic energy, 'cause none of them can stop the time. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look. Some say it's just a part of it. We've got to fulfill the book. Won't you help us sing these songs of freedom? Is all I ever had. Redemption songs, redemption songs. Now here's the thing. I don't mind, I'm okay with people believing that Jesus Christ is their Lord and Savior. That's what makes them happy. But that's not the only way that makes people happy. Why can't we just let people practice what brings them genuine happiness? Now I get it. There's a lot of people who are practicing the resistance of Christianity. Right? There's the opposite, right? One's fighting for God, one's fighting to resist God, but both are unhappy. The issue is not the God, the issue is the unhappiness. But we don't want to see that because we're caught up in politics, my side, your side, right? And debate about who's right and wrong. Because one side said, well, if you haven't been saved, then you're going to hell, which creates another group of resistance that has, right? And now they're both created from ego. Now, right? To me, I believe Jesus taught us about the Christ consciousness and the Holy Spirit, the inner kingdom, to be the light on top of the hill, which is a leader as a light worker, right? To shine in the world of darkness, which is what the Buddha talked about. One candle can light 1,000 candles, right? When you illuminate and find the inner kingdom, activate awakening, enlightenment, nirvana, you get to help others illuminate too. It's not just limited to one religion. It's not limited to one person, but it's accessible to all. But that message is not good if you're somebody trying to control a giant population, which is just governmental systems of control, whether it's kingdoms, religions, and countries, right? You want to control the masses, bread and circus. And that's what, right? Because we want to have harmony. We want to have harmony. So for us to get along, we have to have harmony. And that's why the control is there. It's not that people want control because they just want to take over. Because it's really difficult for people to harmonize if you don't have order. But it's a double-edged sword that you can have also people corrupting and, right, scamming, right? Like not all cops are bad. Not all politicians are bad. Right? Not all religious people are bad. Right? But the few makes the group look bad, right? Which is unfortunate. But the one that does great work, wow. The light on top of the hill. That's why we talk about Buddha, Jesus, Muhammad, maybe like Gandhi, right? Yeah, be that guy. Love your damn self. The inner kingdom, right? It's just a more modern approach to all the teachings from all the teachers. Right? If the kingdom is inside, connect with it, damn it. Well, why don't you connect with it? You effing lazy. Love your damn self. Oh, shoot. Well, how do you do that? Well, you practice gratitude every day. Instead of watching negative news, expecting your life to be positive, you got to practice positivity, positive affirmations, gratitude, be around positive people. Don't hang out at the damn bar all the time. Don't need to go to the damn EDM and the EDC and all this thing that lower your vibration. You can go, just know that the peace is within. That's why I prefer practical practice, spiritual practice rather than spiritual philosophy. It's great to have philosophy, but many people know philosophy, but they don't practice it. It's like reading a book, and instead of mastering the book, they go read another book. The 4 agreements. You didn't practice 4 agreement with deep results. You go and read what? The power of now. Then you go and read the Devas now. The Vedas. You go and read the Deva. You didn't practice the teaching. You go and read the Bhagavad Gita. You didn't practice what they're teaching in there. You go and read another book, the Tao. You didn't practice the Tao. You go and read what? The Bible. You didn't practice Jesus' teaching. You go and read another. Right, let's go to Old Testament now. I'm done with New Testament. Right. But if you read and practice with results, if you just read 2 books and mastered that 2 spiritual book, you get so much. But we get caught up in trying too many things and never getting anywhere. You said the Holy Spirit is inside you, so Jesus is your Savior. Yes, I would say love is the answer, which is the same thing in your Christian view of Jesus is your Savior. Does Jesus not represent love? That's divine, that's already within. To me, that's just what it is. Love, that's divine, that's already within. Well, to you, it's Jesus Christ. But if you want to see that that's Jesus Christ for me, that's your perception. Right? You perceiving that for me, but how I see it is it could be Jesus, but it could also be Buddha or Mother Earth. Maybe it's my grandma too, because they all represent divine love, right? It's a different perspective, but at the core, it's all love. Welcome to the Mystic Village. It's already within. You got the power. You know that song? I've got the power. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me no more. What is love? Dun, 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 dun. Thanks to your talk with me about triggers, I was able to calmly get through a day of crisis. Because you decided to be a practitioner. You decided to practice. Right? What do we practice in here? Planning. Right? Because we taught you, visualize yourself in your state of getting triggered and having a response plan. And you decided to have a plan instead of get triggered. You know what was going to get you riled up, and you decided to follow your plan. And that's how you reduce or get rid completely a panic attack. And you did it. This is called spiritual practice. Or I could be like, have you been saved yet though? Did you find Lord Buddha within yet though? Did you see Archangel Michael yet? If not, you're not in. Please be respectful, sacred Sherpa. I guess we're gonna have to do some babysitting. It is Friday, by the way. No problem. I don't mind babysit. Sometimes, sometimes I don't need babysit because an opportunity to be a baby, Yeah, I think we need a new moderator. How about God's ambassador and Sean Canada? Let's see here. No, it's just the nature of the internet. People on the internet like to troll and trip out a little bit because it's their way of being cute and getting a little attention. That's right. There's not much involved in trolling. You just do it and it's a drive-by. That's why they don't know how to be authentic, so they just troll first because that's literally what everyone does. If you just watch live streams, people just spam emotes and troll. And then they post the smiley face, the trolling emote. It's the nature of how people interact. And when they come to this space, they're not used to it, that there's genuine people who care about them. And some people will just have to miss out, honestly. Because they tripping. Tripping. And that's why I use a lot of humor, because you have to approach it like that, Life is already difficult. Yeah. The internet's already noisy and difficult. At least we can laugh together and still be genuine. And also it's Friday. People are out of work, ready to play video games. Right? They're in between lobbies before Call of Duty loads another round. What the F is this? Right? Because their brain's in the game. Then they come here, people chill. Oh yeah, and on the weekends, they don't have to go to work tomorrow. So they're cracking out. They call in Texas, cerveza's way. Bud Light y Tecate, Tecate. Modelo Negro. But the more responsible, the more modern people White Claw and Michelob Ultra. Like, you already know. You already know. I'm more sophisticated, so I had to watch my calorie count. I'm watching my figure, okay? White Claw. Do you have any craft beer? Excuse me. That's my sister. She went to Thailand and asked if they had craft beer in Thailand. We in Thailand, you want craft beer in not Texas. Anyways. They got Chang Singha. This is not the bougie, okay? It would be on Kick, yeah. Thank you, OG Menace. Thank you for the 10-hour stream. Thank you so much for your support. You know, the reason I want to be here is just I have to find a way to be here. Not easy, but I don't expect it to be. I don't want to lose my authenticity on the way to, like, as I grow. And that's why I have to stream 10 hours to make it work. Yeah. Or I could operate more like a TikToker, do viral stuff to grow, you know. Stand on a beer can or whatever they do now. Is that what I have to? No. To find genuine people online who want to be with you, live streaming works because genuine people want to take the time to get to know you, especially online. Right? People who don't want to genuinely connect with you, they're not going to spend time listening. That's the secret, brother, sister. The people who are on the same frequency, they see what you're doing, they see your tone of voice, and then it grows. Right? So the authenticity is grown because there's a human being here that's live talking, and you can ask questions, you can say hi, and they care. And that's why spiritual community, that's why I love it, because it's real to me. When I make a video, I feel like I'm making it for the algorithm, right? But when I'm live streaming for human being, like live, here with me. I was scrolling on TikTok and you popped up on my... thank you. Which took me time to figure out, because I was posting 11-hour sound baths. I was posting 9-hour sound healing journeys, but it didn't feel fulfilling. Live stream was fulfilling, but it didn't grow. Right. Until I learned how to have better charisma and learn how to stream for longer time. And it's right. Authentic people grow. Because you can't really know the content creator through a video, but when you're live, we can get to know each other. I can get to know you. Can someone not be genuine and strive for it? Of course. Like, what do you mean by it? You can always grow and not be genuine. Yeah, of course. It's just then the result of your creation is inauthentic content, which is also known as like AI content, which is why a lot of people, instead of making content, they use AI to produce videos too much. It's okay to use AI, but they end up using AI voiceover, AI to write their thingy enough for people to like and invade, because they know there's an algorithm that people will watch. All right, people watch this kind of video, and sadly, they target children more, the kids, right? Like Roblox videos that are silly and sad to say, because why the kids are the most susceptible to this like low IQ content, because it's just like and so using AI to create that silly content is really lucrative, because young minds don't care if it's inauthentic because they're not looking for it. They just want stuff that they like, and they'll tap and they'll like, and the view go up and the money goes up, which is what I can't do that, right? And there's like there's different versions of it too, right? There's a narrative in the collective, whether it's a political narrative, religious narrative, and all these different things that people will like, I resonate with this, I'm gonna like it because it's part of my narrative form. So, but whenever you don't play none of that game, it's really difficult to grow, which is why it's hard for genuine people to grow unless you're just here live on a daily basis. This is why it's easy to sell out, because your money goes up, right? When you see your money goes up, it changes. I plan to do 4 days of 10-hour streaming for now. Today I'll be ending literally in 3 hours, yeah. And also, TikTok and YouTube always suggest you do battles, right? Try to get people to donate galaxies and do anything. So the content is really just enough. Thank you so much for the go popular. Thank you, Mutiana. Thank you so much. Right, and so it's about validation. So there could be manipulative. Just thank you, Edo, for the go popular, the heart me. Thank you, Diane, for the roses. Thank you so much, Sarah, for the 3 go populars. Thank you so much, Lee, for the love you so much. And Lee, thank you for the you're awesome. Thank you, Alter, for the pop. And Alana, thank you so much for the heart me. Thank you, Varga, for the go popular. Thank you so much, Bella, for the heart me. Thank you, Diane, for the rose. Welcome, everybody. I hope it's like... so there's some like... It's like a... It's that pace, so it gets people to be like this, and they're like, "Oh, I want that too, right? Let me get the validation too, because I really like this person." And so they train you to do that, right? There's a whole training that tells you, don't just say thank you for the roses. Say their name. Thank you, Mutiana, for the go popular 5 times, right? Which is, it's a business at the end of the day. So what happens when you don't follow their business plan? You don't grow the way they want you to. But luckily, there's God, there's universal presence supporting. Right? That's what I'm grateful for. Authenticity, nothing can replace authenticity, and that's what's helping me grow. Like, I'm not doing anything they're suggesting. that much. I like to be thankful for your blessings. But I'm so grateful that it's like word of mouth, like marketing, right? You can throw money at TikTok promote to help grow your channel, but there's nothing that could replace genuine, like authentic growth, word of mouth. Like, oh, this stream is dope. You should come watch it, and then they click share naturally. But it takes time to grow that way, right? And also another way to grow is doing viral stuff in tandem. But the sad part about going viral, you become addicted to the feeling of, oh my God, 100,000 people. 100,000 people just watch me. So that feeling of like going viral makes you addicted to it, which is kind of, right? So you end up sometimes losing the authenticity because you like, oh, the numbers are going up here. Let me do more of that because it grows. And a lot of times you end up losing yourself because you can like trigger the statistics to go up, which does lead to more money. And oftentimes you end up losing yourself just following a bunch of numbers, which is what eventually is like the analogy of a small business becoming a corporation, right? The mom and pop becoming a like Kroger, the first generation of like a McDonald's. Oh, it's cute. And now McDonald's, the corp. Why your ice cream machine always broken? It's not mom and pop no more. Even when I roll to get, sometimes I go to McDonald's to get an ice cream. I straight up ask, is your ice cream machine working today? It's just, I just want the honest truth. Is it working? Brahms. Your ability to sit and find peace every day is admirable. Well, most people don't see what it took for me to be like this. Like years of heavy meditation, just like hours and hours of just sitting. Contemplating, right? But now instead of just sitting still doing nothing, I sit still helping people. Right, so instead of doing this, I just do this. I play the whatever I do, just. Do you have a favorite way to meditate? In the moment, yeah. That's called mindfulness. Yeah. You make me want to stream something. A lot of people here actually live stream. Even Diane live streams. Sister Grace live streams. I've seen Green Gear live stream. Sister Cece live stream. You can't be. Spread love, brother, sister. Spread love. Standards have gone down, and instead of being everywhere at once, not enough hard workers. Minecraft music. I hope you're having a good Friday or Saturday so far. Well, at this point, it's Saturday. Did you have a good week though? Or was there a lot of... Sadly, this week, there was a lot of deaths this week. You know, George DiCaprio died. Brother, you know. Arrow Eyes Kitty passed away suddenly too. So, some week is gonna be like that, you know. A spider died here. Actually, it's still right there. A spider died right there. You helped me fall asleep. It took a while for you to fall asleep, Sister Mindy. You were here. I think you were here with me for like 7 or 8 hours before you fell asleep. I don't pay attention. I just kind of happen to remember, okay? Yeah, and Grace has been here longer. I hope you feel better, sister. I know your back has been hurting, right? My anxiety was up from the car accident. Yeah. Well, glad that your body's fine, right? Got dude gyro up in here. Thanks for mentioning the spider. Many people think animals aren't worth the value. Yeah. I mean, yeah, to me, because meditation makes you sensitive towards life. Because when you meditate, you realize we're all one. Everything is connected. When I see roadkill, I pray for it. Yeah, I don't know if... I'm sure some other people pray for it too, but I try to remember. Or if I remember, when I see an ambulance, I say, all right, may they be peaceful. Because it's a good practice to do. When you see a fire truck go by, you just send some love, attach some love to the fire truck. So when it gets there, you know, positive energy and positive outcome. Prayer works. If you just humbly do it, right? You just know. I survived the Rona. Body is intact. It's a blessing to be alive, you know. And honestly, even when my mom's cooking fish or any animal that I see, I still pray for it. Just if I remember to. Sometimes, you know, you're busy. But whenever I'm more aware, I see she's cooking some fish, I'll just pray to it. But I don't obsessively like, oh no, fish. I just like, that's just the nature of the human reality. People, you know, people eat fish, people eat cows, and you can also bless, you know, just show them some love too. But I don't get too sensitive because it's just the nature of reality that people enjoy delicious meals. I used to in the past, and understandable. But this is my private practice, you know. That's what I do. But it only happens because when you meditate and you start to be, everything's holy, you know. But it's just how do you balance that to not be overly sensitive? Because you can be overly sensitive that you're dysfunctional. You're just like that's unhealthy, bro. Yeah, that's unhealthy to just be freaking out all the time. Like that's why I don't like people. I don't like people giving the excuse that they're an empath and that's why they're so sensitive. Well, how are you going to be a useful empath if you're too damn sensitive and you don't know how to manage it? I'm sensitive, but I learned how to manage the energy. If you don't, then you end up just like a lot of vegan people who, you know, they go around yelling at people and all these things. That's unhealthy. But a lot of it is more for politics than actual happiness. Like if anything, the vegan people who go around yelling at people, they contribute to more people eating fajitas. You're like, man, I don't want to be like that. Let's go to Papacitos right now. You know, they don't think about that. Should we go into Wingstop after that? Let me pull up real quick. Wing. Yeah. But whenever you're a good person, you have a great community. Right? People learn how to respect themselves and eventually respect animals. I mean, people do respect animals already. It's just as you become more aware, I really appreciate your analogy a few nights ago about the dumpster. Brought me some clarity I was not seeing. The universe shows you everything if you just stay centered. When you're in here too much, it blocks the knowledge. It blocks the wisdom. Right? Debating right and wrong. Which is necessary for some things, right? Especially if you're like a manager at a restaurant or if you're managing people at a construction site. Welcome, Tammy. Nice to see you, sister. Sister Transcend and Jenny G. Juan Ramirez. Alicia says, I live down the street from a hospital and I'm constantly praying for ambulances. Welcome, Sister Alexandra. Thank you for your donation to the Venmo. Appreciate it, sister. Grateful for everybody's constant support. That really, it's what really keeps me going, you know. Even whenever welcome, Brother Arrow Eyes. It's like the more I want to quit, the more the universe send me people to tell me like, no, you keep going. I wouldn't say not now, but before. I remember I used to be so broke and my friends would just give me a check. Here's $300. We want you to keep going. I'm like, I want to keep going too. It's just difficult, right? So grateful for all the support. No, you keep going to Amazon delivery. I almost went back, but the universe kept blocking me. For real, I tried to go do 2 Amazon delivery and I forgot my ID twice. And that's when I'm like, I've never forgotten my ID ever. Imagine that, okay? Ever. Maybe like it's been 2 years since I forgot my ID. Which is a long time to forget your ID. I'm like, how do I forget my ID freaking twice? Then I start to think, shoot, the universe blocked this eye so I can open this eye. Then I surrendered. And that's why I decided, you know what, fine, I'll do 10 hours. Because to me, that's how the universe talks to you, right? I could be like, man, 2 times Amazon, man. But instead, I see that as the universe, God trying to teach me, yo. You're saving this man's life right here, so thank you. Thank you, that man who has no name. You have a white dot next to your name. Thank you, white dot. That'll be your name, okay? Oh, it's ran. Bro. I get it. We're different in here. Let's see, what did you type? It's random, like, oh, no. It's white dot, not random. When I finish my hair growth oil, can I send some to you so you can see how it... A hair growth... Oh, you want me to... My hair's fine. Send it to Virgil. Yeah, when you finish it, sure. You ever end up using the temporary badges? I had a photo of my ID on my phone, but there were so many people faking their ID that I guess you had to have the physical ID there. Yeah, I had my ID in the digital version, but it just wouldn't scan my damn phone. Hair oil. Yeah, I got my insurance, everything digital copied. It just, to scan it, it wouldn't scan because I guess like it reflects the screen, right? The screen is like glass, or right? So like the laser doesn't, like it reflects the laser or whatever. I don't know, it just didn't scan. Thank you, Brother Eros, yeah. I love the 10-hour streams because it's a commitment. It's like, all right, we're going to sail into the sea of helping people online. Who's with me? And all the moderator says, here. Like, wait, there's just a couple of y'all here? Shoot, that's fine. Let's go then. And not surprisingly, the Me Tube It wasn't growing last night for the first time. Usually there's more traffic, but let's see what happens today. Yeah. It was the first time. Usually when I live stream on the vertical me tube or the video tube, right, there's more that's why I'm like, yesterday the video tube website, the vertical version, it was deeply peaceful. I was like, I guess they're in a good mood today. What the right? Be the lighthouse, 100. Need more European. Yeah. I think maybe in September I'll look for some new moderators on all platforms because it's getting to a level. We should do some Lofi tonight, huh? Lofi with some handpan and flutes. But the Lofi, we need Japanese scale like this. Do I drum? Right, Native American drum, djembe. But simple patterns, not like I'm not into I just drum with feeling. That's all I do. I don't get too technical. The only thing I do get technical with would be like the flutes and singing. You're getting me close to buying a flute. Not you. Enjoy. The people who buy flute like, oh shoot, this is actually hard. Everyone who's bought a flute so far, they come like, it's difficult actually. How? Right? Because they see me pick it up and it sounds good. Because I pick it up real quickly and just... And I mean, deep down, shoot, who doesn't want a flute? You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of dope. It looks good on a shelf. It's like a centerpiece that's like inviting. It's interesting. It's earthy. When you're bored, you're like... But they can be pricey, so be aware of, just be aware. Gracious Love says, greeting to you all. If anyone is willing to send me prayers for my deliverance from the spirit of self-deletion and early death. Ooh. What happened with you, sis, Gracious Love? With love, we don't even think about self-deletion. We don't think about early death, right? We just enjoy life. Don't need to rush the process. That day will come when the universe, when it happens. Enjoy the best that you can. Let go of the suffering. Change your environment, change your thought. Find the love within.
Love your damn self.
BRB, let me go say hi to my wife real quick. Thank you, brother Huma. Thank you, Sedated Psycho. We got Grace on all the platforms today. Welcoming you to another Mystic Village experience. Another one, as they say. Another one. And Virgil is here too. Another one. The husband, wife, sound healing group. One drumming and one does the rest. Oh, I heard Virgil was learning to play the flute. Gang gang. I was like, oh, finally, we got him. We got him. A Grace sound healing. Got him. Thank you for guiding me in calming myself. I've been walking my dog, so good to exercise. Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you for improving your life. Thank you. That's why I'm here, because I asked myself, like, how could I think about my old self and what I wish for. Like, man, where was the help that I need? I found a substance, I found a trap house, but where was the help? Right. I found a street racing, I found Red Bull, Monsters, cranberry vodkas, and Hennessy VSOP with 2 cubes of ice, salmon sashimi, but where was the wisdom? It was locked up in the temple. people weren't available, right? It's like imagine you can only have wisdom only when it's convenient. Well, what about in unorthodox places? Like where people actually are on a daily basis. Right? Most people who need to change their life won't Google how to change my life. You know what I mean? We're thinking about where can I get some stronger herbs and stuff, you know? What's the plug? You got better stuff over there, you know? Where's the after hours club? You know one, right? Where can I go buy some alcohol after 2 a.m.? If you start asking those questions, God, I pray that you find your way. Golly. Anyone looking for the after hours is not someone you should be hanging out with. This is the after hours and the before hour and the hour. The moment. I'm here for it. Me too. I'm here for it too. Yeah, I remember my life got worse as I found. Look, I'm going to share with you a sad part of my life that I don't always share. I was so lost in my life, I found friends who were substance dealer, and then I went to like help deliver it. Because I was in hell. I would go with that person to actually, deliver, because I was just a friend who they used. And to me, I thought it was cool, right? Ooh, we're going to deliver some stuff. Because I was so lost in my life, I thought hanging out on the street with hustlers and thugs and dealers, dropping off, substance and that's like, ooh. I knew it was wrong. I knew it was wrong, but I was so lost in my life, you don't think, right? When your life is effed up, you don't think. You just do stuff and you think, I'm the streets, right? I'm part of the streets now. So it makes you feel like you belong to something that's toxic for you. Slanging, hustling, trapping. But the beautiful part is that I get to see the dark side of things. Right? I got to see how effed up people who are like so depressed because they got their shower taken away, like do a line across the table this long. Just look, I bet you I could do this whole line across the table. Like they just needed an audience, and I was the only one there, so I just had to be a witness to like people's life, like dissolving in front of my eyes, and just the wrong thing. And then eventually I got blessed. I didn't get caught up when the police raided, right? Because I think it's just guardian angel, I got blessed because I was just lost in life, Lots of blessing. But that's the best that we know sometimes, it's just, they just lead you, because hustlers hustle, right? If you're a source of income, they want to keep you around, because every 2 or 3 hours, you're going to come out and get another one, and get another one, and get another one from a month, 2 months, or 3 months. And that's what happened to me. Because it was a happiness pill. I was like, ooh, happiness. I feel better about my life because I dropped some, right? You gotta buy both. Yeah, the thing is, look, when you're trapped, you don't think about, ooh, I'm gonna get. Well, the thing is, eventually, yes, I got bulk, but I didn't get caught up. I just started, right? I was clean. I just drank, but I never partake in any substance. But when I did, wow, it was like a 3 month of hell that I am so grateful I survived because I just, you know. Yeah, we're going to the temple to see the master tomorrow. So that's why I'm getting off early. This is sweet tea from Mod Pizza. I took it. So, I'm very vulnerable about my story because a lot of people see me happy today. But I'm very vulnerable just to show you it's possible to like F up your life real bad and still find your way. Like, I had a couple, I had many near-death experience from substance abuse. Even, plant medicine, like ego death and just getting lost in, plant medicine, taking the LCD, all these things. And I got lost looking for God in the substance. And then I eventually recognized what I was looking for was something that's already within. But you have to go on your own journey of self-discovery, right? Yeah. Did a lot of LCD. Right? No one can tell you what God is for you, but you have to be willing to explore. I mean, people could tell you, but that's not genuine. You just kind of believe in what everyone else believes, but there's no organic, natural part. Right? The organic part requires you to go on your own inner journey with the universe. And that's where the healing comes from, brothers, sisters. Right? That's because you activate the light within you. It's not exclusive to one person. We all have it, and it's amazing. That's what keeps me excited on a daily basis, That's why I can stream 10 hours, because imagine your job, your life is helping people recognize that within. And it's not religious, it's just about love. But it could be religious, and I love that. I love getting along with religious people because it's one of the hardest things that spiritual people have a hard time doing. And so, thank you for being here. Faith is a beautiful thing. It transcends religion and spirituality. Exactly. Or it doesn't transcend religion for some people. And I'm okay with that because that's still their spiritual path. I'm here to love people who maybe their spirituality is limited to their religion because they have the free will to practice whatever they want. And that's it. It's just, you may have an open mind, But to them, their mind is open because they found their way. You found your way. And we can just follow the way that works. That's genuine and authentic. And that's why I use that word authentic and genuine. Because when it's authentic and genuine, it feels right. Not you think it's right. There's it feels right and you just know. But when something's fishy, you go, right, everything's like normal, but you're like, something is off. The funny thing is sometimes people come here and they think something's off here because they're not, right? That's just not the spiritual path for them. Right? That's okay. Well, who's right or wrong? Just do what works for you. We're not supposed to all be doing the same you know? Like, that would be boring. You know? I don't want everybody coming to the same club. Shoot, you go over there. Let the old people be, let the older people 25 and up be with the 25 and up, you know? Just kidding. Some people is 23, okay? So maybe we should change the number to 23 and up. Oh, like 23 and me. Wow. "23 and me." Don't worry. When they hit 23, the algorithm opens a new door. Mystic Village. Like, where have y'all been? We've been here. It just wasn't your age. It wasn't in your age range yet. Like, that's for real, because the algorithm wants to lock you in certain. You know, little kids who watch Roblox ain't seeing us for sure. Or maybe they do. Like, what's wrong with boring? Oh, nothing. I love boring. It's just not everyone loves it. The boring moment. So good. I love boring moments when nothing is going on. Very peaceful. Maybe I will go to link in the bio club. Link in the Fami in the Go shawty, it's your birthday. We gonna party like out of here, like, please stop, please. What is this? You made it to the 50 cent Dharma. Let's get some piano here. I'm ready to write books on my life. I'm ready for boring and peaceful. That's why I have flutes. I'm amazed you can sit like that for hours. Me too. I do feel bad whenever we do have to sit really long time and most people don't know I'm used to it. So you see everyone start to like dude, this dude ain't moving at all. What the? Because they don't see the hours of meditation also. Like, I think the longest time straight just sitting like this 2 hours. Whenever I ordained as a monk, I went to a meditation intensive where we meditated and chanted around 5 hours a day, but I was crazy, so I did it 7 hours a day. We just meditated and chanted all day. I sat so still that my sits bone, like the bone on your butt, right, gravity just made that part. And it just burned me. But I was like, all right, let's see if I just don't move, what would happen. It got so bad, I had to like bring this cushion because I was just miserable. I messed up my... So that's why from time to time, I'll sit on the cushion so that I make sure my health is good, you know. Because if you sit like this on a day that it's fine, but eventually it makes some part of your skin thinner, which breaks it. And so that's why we have to move around a bit to, you know, get blood circulation. But I learn a lot from not moving though. You actually learn a ton from sitting like this and just not even swaying. So one of my discipline is not to sway. Which is really difficult, but it's so good for concentration. Yeah. So anyways, that's just a little side quest meditation teaching. Because I eventually get dizzy against it still. I mean, it is practice, right? When I first started meditating, I did 8 minutes. Okay, real talk, like, because I couldn't think, man, why would I didn't want to do 10 minutes because my brain was too active because I played video games all the time, you know. When you play video games, your brain's like so used to like clicks and commands, right? When you're playing any game, you're doing it. And then imagine doing nothing. Your brain's like, what are we doing? We should be doing something. You should be doing something. Up, down, left, right. Analyze something. So it was like a fight. You start to see your brain like it's like your brain's in an ocean. Like your brain, your consciousness is like a ship inside of a stormy ocean, just like ex-girlfriend. Oh shoot. Right? Your life's not going anywhere. Or your mom yelled at you. And you're just sitting there. What the? So it's hard to really chill because it's like a stormy ocean of this. All hands on deck. So that's why if you're not fully committed, you're not gonna steer that damn ship because the brain's like in a stormy ocean. You definitely gotta follow the lighthouse first, right? Then eventually you become the lighthouse, right? Before you become the lighthouse, you're like the ship at sea in a storm. You're like, what the? Oh shit! You're like, and as you keep like riding like sailing your boat, you eventually find a lighthouse as you become more disciplined. Like, then you see, like, what the? We found the shore. When the moment you find that lighthouse, which is your centeredness, you have more confidence in sailing that ship because you know this journey, you found land for the first time. Yeah, you're like, oh shoot, yes, I'm not gonna die. Which sometimes it takes about honestly, it takes about a month. Sometimes it's like a month. Yeah, it's like a real sailing journey. Like when you sail across the ocean, it takes months sometimes, right? So on the journey of commitment to meditation result, it takes about a week or 2 weeks to find, to get used to sailing, right? You're like, all right, I'm about to go sail in the ocean of my consciousness, and it's right, you're like, you hear the boat creak. It's a Loch Ness monster. Oh shoot, steer the other way, fire the cannon. It's all illusions. Oh no, it's one of those, fire. You think you're on a pirate ship, but it's all illusion. There is no cannon to shoot. It's all ego. But you don't know that, so you started like, here comes that. As you get used to like understanding the practice, and if you got wrong teaching, oh god. If you have a bad teacher and you've been misguided to meditate, you could be in that pirate ocean for years, thinking you're battling some sea monster. Fire the cannon. And it's all illusion. So that's why you have to be careful who you learn, right? If you're trying to open your third eye or your kundalini, trying to awake, you're trying to do all crazy types of yoga, you think around, right? You start to right? You start to do all these. You're doing too much. Oh, thank you, Haley. You could actually get lost in people who are guiding you to not have results. So that's why people can get lost in spiritual practice and plant medicines. Some people, to meditate, they need to smoke or microdose, which is a misguidance passed down from generation or just made up by teachers who weren't effective, unfortunately. Yeah. They just, what is your merit, right? Did you get lucky to find a good teacher, or did you got you effed up, man? All hands on deck. At your service, Captain Jack Sparrow. We're gonna steer the Black Pearl. Right? A lot of people think meditation is like going to battle with demons and stuff, or, all right, I'm gonna work with my angel teams and we're gonna go here and there. But anyways, if you already do that, that's your thing. Me and my spirit guys are gonna do this and that. And oftentimes it's your ego doing that. You don't use the spirit guides. The spirit guides use you. When I hear people, I'm going to use my spirit guides to heal y'all. Like, no, that's not how it works. It's the opposite. The spirit guides use you to help other people. If you think you using your spirit guide, you don't know how spirit works. You're not here to use God. You're here to let God use you. This is the super basic. But we're not going to talk about this all the time, okay? Because it pisses a lot of people off. Medicine Buddha, attack! Like, we don't do that around here. There's nothing to attack. All right, Archangel Michael, protect them. They're already protected. Oh. Hey, yo, what the? What is there to do? Nothing. All right. Then you start to realize there's nothing to do. It's all ego. Stay centered. Make it more practical rather than more visual, illusionary. That's why it's hard to mentor people who are in here and they're ungrounded. They're always on and on about the 7th dimension or 9th dimension or some other dimension. Like, bro, you're trying to deal with all these different dimensions and you ain't even in a moment. So that's why it's hard to teach some people, because they're just in a non-teachable mentality. And some people just get stuck there and find friends who do the same thing, which you get caught up in trying to do too much, like astral project and psychic powers and all these control, which doesn't lead to practical change that's consistent. Maybe there's some change, but it's not consistent. It just happens sometimes, more accidental, right? It's not consistent, right? I'm not saying it's not real, but the consistent part, it's more about discipline, execution, consistency, and being grounded in the moment, in this human reality, understanding that the core of it is from spirit, is from love, but we're still spiritual being having a human experience. All right, everything is one love, but the human experience introduced duality. Right? It's still right. So the yin and yang is not two different things. The yin and yang is one thing. And it's hard to talk to people who don't even get that. Right? The yin and yang is not two things, it's one, which is the chi, the prana, the source. The Holy Trinity is not three, it's one thing. The 7 chakras is not 7 chakras, it's one thing. And if you don't constantly get that, you can start a lot of cults and communities around I wouldn't say it's misguidance, it's just that's a practice you could do, but it may not have great result because they're just not practicing something grounded in practicality. It's more metaphysical, which is what I don't deal with. It is true blessing to have everyone here liking and sharing. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you to all the moderators. And as you know, whenever I'm talking, I'm not thinking about this stuff. It just comes out. Okay, I just want you to recognize that. When I make music, I don't think about it. I just trust so much, and the knowledge comes to you instead of you needing to go to the knowledge. Right? When you have faith, right, the universe works through you rather than you trying to use the universe. It's very consistent, right? The universal presence is very consistent. We're not here to use angels. They're here to use us. The universe is not here for us to use. We're here to let the universe work through us and use us. And you hear this all the time, but many people miss that message. Why? A lot of it's about manipulation, control, and which is politics, whether politics that's traditional, politics in, in religion, politics at work, which is the politics that I mean is like the humanness, my side, your side, right? Which does exist in a humanness, but on a spiritual level, we're all one. So when people don't lead with one love first, I can't really collaborate. Which Sister Grace learned, if you're not about one love first, you start creating chaos. You'll start doing healing that creates chaos rather than harmony. And that's why I'm very particular about who I collaborate with you. Welcome, Lisa. What are your thoughts on the moon phases? The moon astrology is based on human reality, which it exists, right? But you can override that by being present in the moment. Do you understand, right? The moon, sun, and all these things affects your humanness, but your spirituality, there's no beginning, there's no ending. It just is. But if you're not grounded in the center, then the humanness starts to take over, which, yes, right, astrology, you're born at a certain time and all these things, it does matter. But as you become more committed to the inner kingdom, the light, the love that's within, you don't let external factors affect you as much. But it still does, because we're spiritual being having a human experience, right? It's still, there is duality still into play, but if you stick more to the oneness, it doesn't affect you as much. But you cannot outrun the karma. If you have karma, you're going to have to still pay it. So manifestation, people ask about that a lot. It's a very popular topic, right? Because why? We want stuff. We want what we want. But the things you want aren't necessarily the things that you need. Well, how do you know what you need and what you want? You don't. That's why you have to learn to give it to God. Imagine you're trying to figure out your life for so long and you just couldn't figure it out. But the moment you're like, you know what? F it. I don't know anymore. Boom, door opens. You just trust. You decided, I don't know. Let me stop trying. And somehow a way starts a bit. And we think it's just, what the? That can't be it. I'm trying to be a massage therapist. But every time I help people, mentor people, my life feels better. Because, right, I don't want to be a massage therapist. I want more money. But the universe is trying to be something greater than money. The wealth of healing and helping people. And if you're willing to be obedient, you actually get it. If you have faith. Well, what about the money part? We need money, right? You get it too. It's just not the way you want it. my life, you know what I get? I get fulfilling money, which is called the money I get in my life comes from people's heart. No one here, like I never promise any, like there's no services that I give here. I just help people. Like there's no exchange happening. Like when you give, you actually want to give because you believe in what we're doing here. And so that's why I feel so abundant, because I know that people are giving to me because they believe in the mission rather than they get something, right? That's called fulfilling money to me. When you give people a massage, they're expected something. A good massage. Which makes that love more conditions, right? There's conditions involved. But everyone's different. Not everyone's going to operate like this. Right? So maybe you don't have to operate on pure unconditional love. Like you can still get paid and do a great job as a therapist, as a nurse, as a doctor. My life just led me towards this path, right? There's great people everywhere. But whenever you start to dwell in the world of spirituality and God and Buddha and all these things, you need to keep absolutely clear, right? And your faith has to be really strong, and wisdom and all these things. And that's how you keep it clear. Make it from the heart rather than more business-driven healing. So it's just the world that we're in. Right. Modern medicine definitely heals. You gotta buy it for sure, right? We need that. Nothing wrong with buying medicine. This is just a different path, but this path helps people to have faith for the first time. And that faith is in love. And that version of love could be different for everybody, but at the core of it, it's divine love. Interesting. And because I lead with this, the universe shows me how to open the doors. How do I grow this authentic movement? Right? How do I grow? And so through maintaining authenticity, it just the universe shows you how to do it. I don't know how to do this stuff. But I don't need to know. I just lead with this. Like I tell people, I don't know how to play the damn piano. Right? I don't. I just trust that whatever I'm making is going to be love. This is an assisted piano, but it's enough to help people relax. What are your thoughts on astrology? It works if it works as part of your toolbox to focus more on the humanness. Right? At the end of the day, it's spiritual science, which is still grounded in the humanness. Right? But in spiritual path, it's just now. You were born at a certain time, the stars are aligned, each star and planet resemble a different quality, which affects more of your human experience, which matters. But you're not just human, you're a spiritual being We're all connected to one light and love, having a human experience. We're all connected through love. It's rare to find somebody who's a master in astrology, but the masters in astrology, they don't let anyone know that's what they have. It's like a part of their toolbox that they keep on the down low. They're always using it actually, but they don't tell people that's what they do. They just help people. Is trust knowing, or is that faith? I mean, I think trusting is having faith. It's like when you trust your partner won't cheat on you. You don't really know if they're going to cheat or not, but you just have faith even though you don't know what the result will be. Right? You trust in the universe or in love. You don't know what the results are going to be, but you still have faith. Is it better to have faith in your life or to doubt your life? It's way better to have faith in your life. Than to doubt your life. You lose the trust when they do cheat. Oh, absolutely. Well, what about when you have a child that loses their life early and that person blames God? Why did you take my child away? Do you still trust after that? Difficult, right? Because we want God to operate in the ways that we want. We want the universe to operate the way that works for our humanness. But when we start to understand and pay attention, how life works, instead of being a victim of our circumstances, just waking up today and being able to complain is a blessing. Because you could also just be dead. I always remember that. You could wake up today and complain about anything. Your child taken away, how you don't have this, how you're so broke, how you're so lonely. But some people didn't even wake up and they can't even complain. But today you get to complain, you get to worry. But it can get better. That's the beautiful part. Right? So that's why when you help people, your life becomes better. Because some people they don't want to wake up. Some people, they want to self-delete. Because nobody's helping them find a reason to stay and live. Because they're around the environment that's not supporting them and uplifting their life. That's why we need each other, especially the people who have wisdom and the leaders who are compassionate are needed. And none of it is easy, right? None of it is easy. It can get into cult mentality, and politics can just ruin everything, right? Politics can use the word compassion to use people and do nothing, which is kind of sad. We just use these words to go, wow, you're standing up for these virtues, and no actions done. How do you find the right words to people who devalues life? Negative people. That's simple. There's two energy, negative and positive. But it's not simple because you have to use discernment. Because somebody could be negative with a positive intention, right? It's more about what's the consequence. If you're doing this negative thing, is it leading to actual great result? Or is this negative thing creating more negativity? That's why wisdom is required, because it may be negative at first, but out of nowhere, the results are actually positive. Because some people may not think that far ahead. We're just thinking we're just doing enough so that people don't get pissed off at us. Sadly, that's what a lot of politics is, just doing it up front so people can say, rah, rah, see, he did the right thing. But deep down, it's just all for ego. It's like me talking about peace and love and nobody feeling peace and love here. But see, he believes in peace and love, right? But then in the community, everyone's all like mental health down the drain, people sad as hell. But we believe in these virtuous values, but everyone's like, that's BS. Right? We're compassionate people, but everyone's depressed around here. What the That's what I look at more than what people say they're about. But I learned this from studying people for years, like just being part of many spiritual communities and seeing people not heal even though they're doing healing things, right? We're doing healing rituals and healing stuff, but they're not healing. But nobody wants to see that because stop judging, right? That's the main thing. Stop judging. Well, when you start to see the truth that's negative, they don't want to hear about it. So we just, don't be a Debbie Downer, right? You're always judging. So what happens? The same thing happens. People do healing rituals, go to sound bath and goes to these gatherings, and they still want to self-delete after. They're like, what the? You did all this plant medicine, you went to rituals, you did all these things, and you like no one help you to like choose life and healing and heal PTSD. That's what makes me sad as hell, that there's all these, like I've seen some people be part of healing communities for like 7 years, and they at the end of it they still don't find deep healing with positive results, which pisses me off. That's what led me to creating my own thing, because I got tired of seeing the lack of results, but all image and marketing about healing. Come to my retreat. Pay ticket, buy one, get one free, or all these things, right? That's all. And same thing with plant medicine. I see a lot of people partake in plant medicine and it doesn't lead to deep healing. It's just it leads to oftentimes just another way to cover up your sadness. And then people will start microdosing. Now you don't really know how you really feel because you're on a daily, never sober. So you're just running away from your sadness instead of healing it. Which makes people really loopy because they don't want to face the sadness that they feel and it's still there. But then they're just on some substance that clouds their consciousness, makes them think there's somebody else, right? And so that's what makes people like ungrounded. And then they need to take what? SSRI, antidepressants, all these things to cope, and they don't actually heal. Now, some people do heal from pharmaceuticals, right? I'm not saying it doesn't work. I'm saying the way it's used, it's not healing, because healing is not just taking medicine, it's a whole wellness. Positive community, grounded, happy, consistent. Results. Results driven spiritual community is why I use that word really clearly. Result driven spiritual community, result driven life, results. People are actually happy. Miracles actually happening. That's why we have a miracle list, a testimonial list. That's why we have amazing moderators in here. Right? The results in this community speaks for itself. But this because my teacher I learned from my teacher. Results, practicality, practical action grounded in results. It's like praying to God to heal your cancer and it doesn't happen. You go to the pastor, you go to the community leader, you have this, and they still, it doesn't happen. And that makes me sad because they could heal, but that community just didn't know how. They didn't get the message. And it's because whenever you do get the message about healing, it becomes controversial because it breaks a lot of ego about spirituality and religiosity. What made Jesus famous? The miracles. What made my teacher famous? The miracles in his community, healing cancer, leukemia, helping people become sober from alcohol, uniting families. One family member is in Colombia. They haven't seen them for 7 years. Somehow he finds a way to find them together. Right? The result and the miracles is what helps people have faith again. But what happens when you don't have miracles? You have to sell what looks like a miracle by deceiving people and telling them the more you give, the more miracle you're going to get. If you want to heal, you got to donate more. Hell no. The other option is doing the same SHIT. It sounds good. There's a band there. It's uplifting. But still no results because we're just doing the same thing with no results. And then we just continue that ritual from generation to generation to generation to generation to generation. Still no result. Which is sad. We deserve, That's why I look at my role models. That's why I look up to Buddha and Jesus. There's results in healing. That's why I look up to my teacher. Right? There's people who practice with result. What's the definition of insanity? Somebody who has the absence of love and emotional support. Because when you have emotional support, when you have community, when you have love, your mental health is good, your health is good completely, your life is good. But when you don't know who your father is, your mother dumps you, you've been used over and over, and then you use other people, now you're just so, right? That's what is it? Is there a place for the hopeless sinner who has hurt all mankind? who save his own beliefs, right? Because they don't know better. One love is still possible with one love. Is there a place for the hopeless sinner who has hurt all mankind? Because when you know better, you do better, right? You heard that before. And that's why we're here to help people know better, and they actually end up genuinely doing better, not just believing in what we believe and no results. That's the key right there. You can teach people a bunch of stuff and they don't have results that are practical. They just have illusionary results in here about some belief. But they still, right, they're still sad. They still don't, their children still don't want to talk to them. And they broke as hell. But they have big faith, but just no big results. That's what makes people more like insane, because they have so much faith, yet there's no big results. We have about 56 minutes left today. I'm not streaming 10 hours today. So I think we should do some music. I hope that's enough wisdom and spiritual talk for today. I know some of y'all, if it's your first time here, welcome to the Mystic Village. I'm Brother Thanet, also known as Guru Thanet, but you can just call me Thanet or that dude. You know. Thank you for everybody being here. This is A major. Thank you to all the committed people to coming here. You know. Or some dude. Or the dude who used to be bald. Never enough. How late will you be? 54 more minutes, because we have to go see the master tomorrow. You know. Because why? The master actually deals with astrology. That's part of his toolbox. Yeah. What's the next half? I mean, I just go with the flow. The thing is, I only go to see the master because my wife wanted to. I'm not going to go see the master till I succeed in my spiritual mission. Because I made the commitment, I'm not going to go back to the temple till I find my way as a light worker or bodhisattva. Right? Because you have to be that committed. Yeah. When somebody starts, when they don't say hi to you, but they come in here and say you are afraid of death, like that's not the kind of people you want in your life. Just helping y'all be aware, right? They just show you who they are. When we say no, thank you, like that's not a nice friend. You're afraid of them. Like, you didn't even say hi. Shoot. It's just they're looking for spiritual validation. Let's do some. Oh, I hope you're ready for another one. Some music for you. Thank you so much. How about some crown chakra vibe for you? Here we go. Yeah, it's the flute's turn to talk. Welcome everybody to the Mystic Village. Getting lit, huh? I hope you enjoy that Om Tare Tu Tare random. We make random from the heart intuitive music in here, so that definitely was not planned, as you know, that you've been in here. We just make love, and so I'm glad to make love, relaxation, calmness. That was Liddy. Yeah. But whenever it sounds good, I'm like, dude, this is actually dope right now. You can feel it, like, okay, keep going, bro. Yeah. Like whenever, because you're peaking, you're like, oh shoot, do I descend from here? And you know, this time, like, no, keep going a bit more. Happy Friday, by the way. Today I'm not doing a 10-hour live stream, just 3 hours. How are you able to adjust your sleep schedule when you stream so late? I have faith. It's difficult. I'm not gonna say it's easy to just like sleep randomly, but I do have my techniques. And one of the major techniques of sleeping is to not eat. That's really difficult because, you know, it's so fulfilling to eat right after the stream. But what prevents me from sleeping is eating right after the stream, and I'm working on that because, you know, I'm hungry, damn it. But I have to wake up and eat, so it's better to just fast after the stream to sleep. That's a difficult thing to just, you know, you stream 10 hours, you want to fill your stomach, but the consequences, you won't go to sleep, and I'm, you know, so it's a lot, there's a lot of fasting involved in balancing your sleep, but I'm willing to do it because this is my dream. Right, I love being here, and I'm trying to make this a full-time thing, and so thank you, Lisa. Thank you for becoming a member on the video tube. Thank you so much. Yes, this is a non-profit. Like, I don't get profit from this, but Sister Jill makes these shirts. And it's for the community. All the money that we get from these shirts go back to making more shirts and supporting to make for more community. So, which is on Etsy, Mystic Village merch. Yeah. My blessings come from y'all. Like, your donations make me here be able to try to be here full time. So I'm grateful for Brother Huma, Sister Alex, and all the great moderators and great committed people. And eventually we'll be looking for more moderators soon as we move forward. And we definitely need more on the Me Tube vertical. But lately it's been peaceful. The weekends is more peaceful until you hit 3 a.m. And you know why. On the weekends, if you streamed past 3 a.m., they're done with the club. They went to the taco truck, In-N-Out, Whataburger. Now they're bored and still hungover. What do they do? Hey, yo, what is this? And so people become a menace a bit on us. Oh, okay, thank you. And I'll be consulting my moderators who qualify, who they feel is a good match, because the person that's going to be training you to moderate is, you know, the people who've been doing it, you know, because it's, you know, it's a serious thing in here, and because we help people heal. There's a lot of miracle healing, as we always mention, healing from tumors, tumors dissolving, leukemia reversing, mental health uplifting, sleeping better, eating better, and even getting a girlfriend or boyfriend. Even cats and dogs are happy. You got dogs and cats, like, finally he's on. You got cats and dogs. When is he gonna be on? Slow blinking. Thank you, Ito. For real. Cats and dogs be like, dude, get off the headphone. I'm trying to listen to. Bunnies, lizards, and of course, the roaches, respect, and spiders in the corner. Yeah. I know. You can't do roaches, but I see them everywhere. I see cockroaches living in your walls. Sometimes maybe you hear a raccoon in the attic or the roof, and like, wait, what's up there? It's a possum. Hey, I'm trying to sleep. What are y'all doing up there? It's bedtime. And you put some frequency for the, you put some binaural frequency for the possums and the raccoons in the attic. Hey, yo. They get knocked out with frequency. Send the dogs. Yeah, if you have a neighborhood dog tripping, just put some relaxing music over there. Put some flute music in your backyard. Everything's peaceful back there. Right here. Even the frogs be sleeping. The cricket will be cricketing on rhythm with the flute. Wee, wee, wee. But the birds, though, whenever I play the flute outside, the birds chime in. You're like, yo, where's the beat? That's a sexy sounding bird. Like, the flute. For real. They're getting romantic. And the cicadas are very responsive to. The cicadas are very responsive to the sound healing we do. Especially the throat chanting. I hope everybody's had a decent week or a great week, because I heard school open for many people, teachers, and teachers have to teach. We have to drive our children to school or daycare. Thank you, Sunnyland. Mine was pretty good. Beautiful. A lot of teachers go to our local sound healing every Sunday. We get a lot of teachers. Usually it's the stressful ones that find the sound healing. Again, thank you to Brother Huma, Sister Lisa, OG Menace, Thank you to Bella, Judy, Ito, Tina. Thank you for all the constant support. And that's why I get my skills up, because you got to get your skills up. So today, this week, it was my first time to do 10-hour stream. So today and tomorrow and Sunday, tomorrow I will be doing another I'll stream to 2 a.m. Hey, welcome, sister. Right. It's a lot, 10 hours, but it's what's needed. A lot of people have been wanting to be new moderators, so Sister Cece and Sister Christy can maybe just reflect on who you feel, whoever is a moderator that's available to say hi to each other. That's something you can do. Thank you, Jack. Found you on iTunes. I haven't posted much music lately just because streaming 10 hours is so long, and I just go to the gym, eat, stream. But I'm finding my balance, I'm going to commit to doing this for 2 months and see if it's a good plan. 4 days out of the week, we're going to do 10 hours. And the rest will be 10 hours is not bad. It is for me, though. I mean, 10 hours, 4 days a week is not too bad. Because it matches my personality and what, I mean, I wish I could explain it, but there's no way to explain to people why I'm doing it. Yeah. It's just to maintain authenticity. Sunday, I'll be streaming till, 5 a.m. Yeah. But I'm not going to do a 10-hour because I just did a whole Sunday. We'll see. Sunday is questionable because if I get a good nap, I'll stream longer. If I don't get a nap, then, it's about my health. If I can take care of my health, well, because sometimes you got things that happen that make you not able to take a nap, which I think we kind of all can understand. Sometimes you want to take a nap, but shoot, life says you don't get a nap. So that kind of the end. Nope. I don't get naps, yeah. The more naps I can get, the better I do as I'm live, And making sure I eat healthy, I make sure to do my best to get my nutrition, because you do feel a lot better when you get your vitamins, like making sure you drink some green juice or supplements and all these things. Okay. And then we need, yeah. How about we'll add new moderators? Just keep a tab, because I have to let go of some moderators first because we got 30, and it's just, I'm gonna let go of the ones that haven't been here for 3 or 4 months. You haven't been here at all. That's why I gotta make some room first. So just... Because, you know, life is not personal. Like, if you can't be here, it's okay. Sister Mira says, I teach English in a British international school in Egypt. Oh, shout out to the teachers out there. Yeah, because this is just another movement. Yeah, in Egypt. Sister Mira. Shout out to Egypt, by the way. There's no Buddhist shop at all in Egypt, so I had to send her a prayer wheel straight from Jeff Bezos' website, and it got to her, which is amazing, right? Yeah, she wanted a prayer wheel, so I sent her a prayer wheel to Egypt. So I'm glad that it got there, because it took a while to get there. There's a controversial topic of the mojo retention. It's about... it's energy, right? The thing is, people don't know how to have balance. That's why learning to stop... For example, I always give the example. Thinking is easy. To stop thinking is difficult. To keep doing something is easy, but to stop doing it after you have a habit, right? So in the Buddha's teaching, right, it's the desire is not the issue. It's the attachment to the desire. Right? There's nothing wrong with doing it until it's out of control. That's when it becomes really, right? When your life becomes disharmonious. That's it. That's why people say to stop, because that's the most difficult part, to do something every day, right? Maybe you go to Starbucks every day. And then it's really difficult to stop because you've been drinking Starbucks for like 5 years. You're not just going to quit, right? Well, habits are exactly the same way. Right? And then you have to see, how do you feel taking a break from it, and how you feel while doing it. Right? Many people know how, like, if you know how to do it, but you don't know how to stop, you see the difference in your energy. You have to pay attention to your energy. Are you able to achieve your goals, dreams? Right? Do you feel your... Oh yeah, I can... There we go. Yeah, I added her as a mod on the video too. It's that simple. You can do any... I learned from my teacher earlier on. He privately talked to me. He's like, you can do anything, just don't be attached. Which is huge, right? It's a huge wisdom. The moment you're attached, then that's the difficult part. You have to learn how to distance. Right? Because you have to see, why do you do it in the first place? Is your life harmonious? is it disharmonious when you're doing this? Why don't I play video games? Like, I have a game on my phone, but I don't play PlayStation or I don't play any games on my computer. Right? Because it makes my life not harmonious. Right? I don't know how to stop because it's designed to get you to keep playing. It's so interesting. So to me, letting it go is better. And so that's why I don't play. But it's one of the hardest things to quit. Because I don't know how to casually play video games because they're designed for you to keep playing, right? It never stops. It's like a journey. And to me, I'm the type of person I like to complete things. When you play a game, that game sometimes is like 60 to 100 hours. How can I? And I don't know I don't have good discipline when it comes to immersive experiences that don't make my life work and it's just entertainment based. Right? That's why I don't watch series. I actually don't even watch movies. The series, you don't just watch one. It may be 40 minutes, but you can't just watch one. Right? So instead, I'm just here with you. It makes my life work. I'm a lot happier. Right? I can deal with the movie because a movie comes to an end. But I also am very picky because I want to watch a good movie, not one like this. So instead, you are the movie. Your life story is more interesting to me than a movie. Helping people is so much more fulfilled than entertainment. Right? So that's what I live my life doing. And you can find your thing too, right? You can find the thing that you're willing to wake up for. So I wake up excited. But I make sure I take care of my health to maintain this because I'm aware. And luckily, because I used to be a massage therapist and I'm in the healing space, I learned how to take care of myself very well because I learned about how to take care of people, whether it's supplements or what we talk about. Oh, hey, what do you do? What do you eat today? You changed your diet to improve your health. What kind of diet? Oh, so we actually learn a lot from each other from just engaging, right? Oh, how do I deal with anger? Right? Oh, you have to see where it comes from. What makes you angry? And then you have to visualize yourself getting angry and have a plan of response to when you do get angry and exercise that, visualize that happening so that when the next time you begin to get angry, you have a plan of response. Oh, great, thank you. Or you play a certain song. You play Bob Marley. You having a bad day? Don't worry about a thing. Every little thing. Right. I have my songs that I like. I play some New Jabez, some hip hop. Sometimes I play some Tupac. Sometimes I play some Biggie. Sometimes I play some Fleetwood Mac. Right? It's just whatever I feel. Sometimes today was a good day. Just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God. That's a dope vibe that I enjoy. That's not so, it's just a vibe. But if I feel like listening to something a bit out of the ordinary or something, then I'll maybe look for more trance or, something nostalgic. I like nostalgic vibes. Or I'll try listening to new music or new genre, right? Or just go and listen to people play flutes on TikTok or on the video too, because I want to see what people are doing. So exploring different other sound healers also is something that's interesting. Oh, that's what they're doing. Oh, that's the kind of content they're creating. Or, oh, that's what people do in New Zealand. Or, oh, okay, that's what's going on here and there. So there's a lot to explore as long as it adds to your life rather than take away. That's what I always look at. Is this adding to my joy, or is it taking my joy away? And if it's taking my joy away, is it teaching me something that leads to more joy? Because not everything's supposed to be positive. Some negative things inform you about the world, but it doesn't have to drain you. How to do with disappointment? I don't expect anything from other people but myself. I don't expect the moderators to do their job. If they do it, I'm deeply grateful. But if they're not here, I'm not going to be like, man, there's no mods on right now. Well, shoot, I'll be. That's why I'm constantly moderating, right? Because you got to do everything yourself. If you expect things from other people, you will be disappointed often. But when you just rely on yourself most of the time, you're not going to be disappointed much because you can do everything yourself. Right? And if you disappoint yourself, well, improve yourself and be better. If you fall down and you stay down, then you're still down. If you get up, you're not down no more. You're up now. I'm letting the moderators figure out who's going to be the new moderator. Because it's not easy. You can easily get triggered in here. And if you're not that's why the moderators in here know who qualify. Because it's difficult. This is a really emotional space. And that's okay, because sometimes I moderate the moderators just because sometimes it's difficult. We're dealing with people's lives, and sometimes it's self-deletion, and there's a lot of sadness that happens, and I don't expect. Right? And then sometimes you want to come and relax, but you're a moderator, so you're always welcome. So you have to find a balance between moderating and relaxing. So that's why as a moderator, I just tell mods, do what you need. Right, take care of yourself first. Love your damn self first. Because you're like, when you're a light worker, you're not working in the light. The light's within, but you're working around the darkness on a daily basis. Right? Somebody's cat could pass away. Somebody's grandma could pass away. Right? Somebody's life could be spiraling out of control. And I'm grateful because the moderators are a huge part of this community because you actually help people directly. Because sometimes I can't get to some people because I'm doing singing bowls or something, you know. That's why I'm constantly thanking moderators because it's so, it's a huge team. I can't do it alone. The community is not community with just one person. It's a collective experience, which is a huge deal. And we prioritize authenticity. Right? Authenticity is a huge part. And also knowing when to take a break, knowing when to take care of yourself. Like when to just go to sleep. You don't have to be here. And the funny part is some people, they support the community without being a moderator. You can just teach people how to breathe, relax, without being so talking down at people. Because sometimes you have many spiritual teachers that come into here and they start teaching their own thing that has nothing to do with what we're doing in here. And that's what I watch out for. Because sometimes they have good intention, but they're not on the same page. You know what I mean? That's like a different community coming into here to, I'm sure it works too, but it can be conflicting because many paths can lead to the same ocean. But, it's two different rivers, that's all. That's why sometimes when the rivers, hot water and cold water, you can see like the ocean, right? There's a part of the ocean where the warm water and cold water, there's a line. It just doesn't harmonize. It's just next to each other. But it doesn't blend. It's not bad. It just doesn't blend well. And I make sure to explain everything so thoroughly because you have to be. We're in a space of information, right? The internet. And so many spiritual people don't explain everything down to the detail and thoroughly. So it makes people just kind of assume and guess, which is bad. It's called bad communication. It's not, I would say it's disharmonious teaching. Yeah. So I make sure to explain everything down to the basic level constantly so that people are clear what this community is about, and it's about love. And the moderators and many people here understand that we're on the same page. I see many spiritual teachers don't go down to the basic level to keep, because it is tiring to repeat the same thing every day, but it's a core principle that needs to be spoken of every day. Love your damn self. This moment is enough. Breathing in, I'm aware that I'm breathing in. Breathing out slowly, taking your time. I am enough. And luckily we crack a lot of jokes in here, and so it's not so serious most of the time. Because, I don't want that kind of community. It's so serious. It makes everyone feel like, oh, shoot. It's like being in a community where everyone has to sit like this all the time. Your back is bending, bro. Oh, shoot. I thought it's straight. Sorry. Like, my back hurts now. You have to sit like this or else you can't be part of the club. Zen pet rock. You're not a Zen pet rock? Shoot, I thought I was a human being. Oh, shoot. No, the sensei will be displeased at us if we don't sit like this. What sensei? Oh, shoot, there's no... Wait, what the... I've crossed paths with many people like that, and I'm like, hell no, I'm just glad I found a great teacher who learned how to be a good servant that's effective, because you can end up being part of a community where we become like a... Look the part, sit the part. Lots of meditation, but still lonely inside. Lonely, single, and sad still, but you sit straight very good. Like, oh shoot. Still lonely though, but I look very spiritual sitting like this. I can do the full lotus. Oh wait, I'm not supposed to be joking around right now. We're a serious spiritual community. No jokes. No laughing. No laughing. Who's laughing? Sorry. That's why I don't fit in the temple very well. Anytime I had right, the master walks by. Who's making the noise? Like, nobody. That's why I'm not in the temple. I be cracking everybody up. The master, Master's gone? Damn. Shoot, Master's gone. It's good training though, real talk. It's just not everybody. It's great training. It's not everybody's trying to be like Bodhisattva and Lightworker, right? The master is training that type. I used to be that tough on the community, right? But now I'm a lot more loose because I realize not everybody's trying to be Lightworker. Not everybody. Sometimes we just want peace and relaxation and go to sleep. And I'm clear about it. Anyways, I would like to give you some bad news. The stream is ending now. Like, wait, what? What the But there's other stream. Sounds of Pangea. Whoever's on. Sounds of Pangea. Alright. You can go listen to some vibrate. Thank you to all the support. The White Wolf, Adia, Handpan. Yeah. It is 3 a.m. in Houston, Texas, yes. I got somewhere to go tomorrow, which is the temple. And also, I slightly have a headache. It's not too bad. Thank you for all your support. Thank you to all the donation, the blessing. Thank you to all the bubblegum. But if you do want some musical vibe, here's a little bit, okay? Let's just give you some music on the way out. Thank you for being here in the Mystic Village. Wonderful day, wonderful night. I'll be back tomorrow to stream till 2 a.m. because Sunday we have a local sound bath here in Houston, Texas. And then Sunday, if I have energy, I'll stream till 5 a.m. And then Monday we're back to 10-hour streams. So I hope you have a wonderful day, wonderful night, wonderful life. Thank you to all the moderators. Thank you to all the committed practitioners who have faith in the community. And we will do 3 ohms. Here we go. Breathing in. Om. Please love your damn self. The end.